Just give me 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Now is it audible, sir?
Not for me, at least. Is it the case with everyone or only with me? I mean, can anyone in the call can hear this?
For students and teachers.
Yeah, now I can.
Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust has established a state-private university known as Pimpri Chinchwad University at Sate, Vadgaon, Mawar in Pune Metropolitan Regional Development Authority. It is a 30-acre campus of academic facilities and amenities for students and teachers to help them to achieve their fullest potential. The Pimpri Chinchwad University campus is well connected with the cities Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad by road through Mumbai-Pune National Highway number 4 as well as Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Also, railway station Kanhe is at 1 kilometer distance. The nearest airport is Pune Airport. PCU has its different verticals which prepares leaders from different fields. School of Engineering and Technology. School of Design. School of Media Arts and Communication Studies by incorporating cultural activities, events, and organized tours and trips, fostering a holistic development approach. In a sense, Pimpri Chinchwad University is not just an institution, it is a vibrant ecosystem talent, fosters creativity, and provides a platform for students to thrive in every aspect of their academic journey. PCU bus transport provides service across the city. Pimpri Chinchwad University, transformative education that empowers success in a rapidly evolving world.
So this was a campus. Now, without further ado, I would like to request Mr. Ajay Zadbuke, sir, please continue with the session, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, so before starting out, if you are not talking, please can you go on mute? I can hear a lot of noise. Yeah, thank you. And may I know the audience, please? I mean, is this MCA class or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
students
students
from
from
MCA
MCA
as well
as
as
well as
other
other
programs
programs
are
are
also
also
there.
there. So MCA first year?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
first year.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks again, Deepak sir. Actually, it is kind of nostalgic for me because I have worked with Deepak sir as well for the in my teaching, you can say, experience. And after a lot of time now, I'm again taking some class. So thanks for giving me this opportunity. And for today, the topic of my presentation will be ETL process. Before that, how many of you are aware of data warehousing concepts? See, I don't want it to be one-way traffic. Okay, actually, I actually like to discuss or communicate with my student all the time whenever I'm teaching. Unfortunately, now we are not seeing each other, but at least you can speak up whatever you know, whatever you have idea about the topic and all these things, so that I can take up from that point and explain these things further. So I want your contribution, if not more, at least to some questions, answers, and all these things. Or you can ask me anything, anywhere in between. You can stop me and you can ask your doubts as well. That is not an issue. So, how much you know about data warehousing? Anyone?
Hello. Yes, sir. Please repeat again question here.
Do you know what is data warehousing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, may I know what it is?
Uh, so data analysis basically is the collection of data for various heterogeneous sources. Means it is a components of important components is a business intelligence system.
Okay. And why it is important as far as companies or organization is concerned?
It is Facebook, Google's, and Twitter's.
Mhm.
Some companies use to data warehouse.
Why? Why it is useful for them?
Uh, because it is a store basically a large amount of data in a various heterogeneous form in a
Okay.
structure format. Structure format means yes, structure format.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Parallel.
Fine. Anyone? Any other view? So basically, it is used for data management, right? Whatever data we receive, we have to manage the data, storing, transforming, or any operation that we now need to perform, creating an output file, or again, you can say sending the file to other sources and all these things, right? So data warehousing in nutshell, it is very important for as far as data management is concerned. Have you heard of ETL before? You know what is ETL?
No, sir.
Yes. Anyone? Can you tell me what is ETL? No?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, extract, transfer, load of
Yeah.
a data.
Yeah, so extract, transform, and load. These are the three main stages of the, you can say, data life cycle. Okay, whenever we receive data, they have to gone through all these phases, right? So ETL, there are many ETL tools are also available in the market as of now. And as I said, this is the very important phase of the data management because whatever data we receive from the source, okay, that is not in the cleansing format, you can say, or the desired format. The data may be in different shape, different format. We have to process that to create a desirable format, and then we can use that data for any kind of reporting, let's say reporting on any analysis and all these things. So that is ETL plays a crucial role in that data warehousing concept, okay, data warehousing process. Okay, so let me share my screen if I hope it is allowed for me. Deepak sir, can you allow me to share my screen? I think it is disabled.
Sir,
Thank
now
you.
you can.
Okay, okay, I'll check.
I make you the host.
Yep, thank you. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So as I said, ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. Okay, this is the process of, you can say, combining, you can read it out as well, combining data from multiple sources into large central repository called a data warehouse. Okay, so data warehouse is backend for the same, you can say. and this platform is based on the data warehousing. Whatever data we receive, it may be in the form of files, it may be in the form of tables as well, XML files, raw data that is fine, let's say Excel sheet or text file, TXT file as well. So that we have to extract that data from the file, then transform it and load into again the database so that it can be used for the data analysis, then for machine learning, whatever it is. So there are mainly 5 steps of the ETL process: extract, clean, transform, load, and analyze. Okay, so that out of these three are very important: extract, transform, and load. That is what ETL stands for, right? So if you go with this, you can say the overall architecture of the ETL is we have the files, that is flat files, then SQL Server, then RDBMs. This is our source, let's say. Whenever we receive those files, okay, we need to load those in our staging area in data warehousing. Okay, so for that, before loading, we can also validate the data row wise. Fine. I mean, whenever we have defined any table for the incoming file, let's say that we are receiving the file called as employee.txt, which holds data of the employee, right? So we need to store that data in our employee table. So underline somewhere there is one mapping sheet available with us, which says that this particular table has so many of this many of columns. Okay, and then we have to load whatever file we receive to that employee table. So that mapping sheet is available, which defines also metadata of the file, which kind of data is available, what are the validation fields, what kind of validation we have to perform. So while extracting the file, we need to check that with whether that file is in desired format or not. First, the file name. Second, the columns that are there in the file, which are in line with the columns defined in the table. Then the data that is there in the file should adhere all the mapping specifications that are mentioned in the sheet. Okay, once it passed that particular validation check, then we can simply one-to-one we can say populate the table with the file. While inserting that data in the file in the table staging area, we say it as a staging area, we don't do any transformation, I mean any processing on that particular file as it is. So whatever data we receive, we dumped it in staging area. That is first part, that is extraction. Okay, now the second part is once we receive data in the staging area, we have to apply our transformations, which means whatever data we receive, we have to do some operations on that includes cleansing. Let's say if data is raw data, then we have to create a report out of it. Then you have to extract only those columns from the table which are useful for that report. It may be the case that we require some other columns as well from other tables. Then we have to perform join as well. It may be the case that one field is split into multiple columns. Then we have to split as well. So these kind of these are some operations that we can perform on the particular data. Okay, now where I can go. So here you can see, this is, I already explained, extraction, transformation. Now in transformation, what kind of operations we can do? As I said, filtering out. Okay, so we have various columns in the staging table, let's say, and we don't require all of them. So simply we can take only those columns which are useful for our purpose, right? So filtering out the unwanted columns or unwanted attributes from the table. That is first. Then cleaning. So cleaning means if we have a data as per our requirement, we need some other data out of that. I mean, let's say in employee table, if gender I have written as male, let's say somebody has written capital MALE, somebody has written small MALE, somebody has entire cap MALE, caps on, likewise. So we have to convert that into one specific format, that is uniform format. So in this example, let's say we have country, that is somebody has written USA, U.S.A, somebody has written United States, then America. All of these three are same. So we, while mapping, will consider this as USA only, right? So whenever we have such data, we need to map that as per our requirement, as per our standards. So this is what cleaning. We have not any changed the data here. Okay, we have just cleaned it. That is what cleaning means. Then next is joining. As I said, we can, in most of the scenarios, we need to join multiple attributes or multiple columns of various tables and create one attribute of the output file. So that joining is there. Again, splitting, single attribute can be split into multiple attributes. Then sorting based on, let's say, employee ID or the locations, country, whatever it is. This is key attribute. You can say the key is defined for that column, for that table, and we need to sort it out based on the key. Again, another one is aggregating. So aggregation means we can perform calculations on that particular data. Let's say count of the rows or maximum of that column, maximum value. Let's see if it contains salary of the employees. We can find out what is the max salary from that table, minimum salary of the table, or average salary of the table, something like that. So aggregation is one thing. Then it comes loading. That is the final step, that is loading. Once we done with the transformation, once we process the data and convert it into the desired format, then we can load that into the final table, that is target table. Okay, just like mentioned here, first is extract, transformation, then loading again in data warehousing. So these are the three mainly steps of the ETL. Now see, while doing this, we need to keep in mind the performance of the process as well. By meaning that if I say I have extracted one file, then I have started processing that file, that table, and then after that, once that finished, I started loading up the processed data into the target table. Okay, but while the transformation is going on, it is not the case that it will be finished within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something like that. It depends entirely on the volume of data, right? So while transformation is going on, it may be the case that we have received another file, right? Now in this case, what we'll do? Shall we wait for the transformation and load to finish its job and then go for the next file? Or what can we do in this case? Anyone? Can anyone tell me what happens if there is another file coming up at the time of transformation, but the processing is not completed for the first file, and second file is already there in the landing zone? We have to process that file as well. What we can do? There are two options: either wait for the first file to get finished, or what else? Nope. So see, this is where pipelining concept comes in handy. So pipelining means what? You can see in this snippet as well. In first step, we are starting extra transform of load of the first file, let's say. Okay, and while transformation of the first file is in progress, we received second file. So there is no need to wait for the first file to get processed, right? We can simply start extraction of the second file while transformation of the first file is still in progress. Correct? And then it can be processed through the usual process, that is ETL. Similarly, if we receive third file while transformation or loading of the first file is done there and transformation of second file is there, we can extract third file as well. So this is what pipelining is called. This simple concept: once water starts flowing from the pipe, it can go to the last pipe, and if meanwhile first pipe getting filled up again from the next water, we can flow that easily without stopping that. So this is what we can say pipelining is known as. Similarly, there is another concept in ETL that is called as partitioning. So partitioning is required because we need to, let's say, optimize the solution, optimize the process. When I say optimization of everything, let's say extraction, processing, and loading as well. So optimization means we have to see that it will take minimum of time to process all the data. We receive millions of records in the source file. We have to transform that, load that into target table. So we need to take care of some basic things like if we are extracting data from the table, let's say, we need to fine tune the SQL query as well. Oracle query is there, which is used to select data from the table. Then we need to see that that query is not getting a lot of time to process, right? And for that, we need to fine tune that, optimize the query. Similarly, if job is there, which transform the data. See, there are many tools available as long as ETL is concerned. Few of them are data stage, Informatica, Talent, then Ab initio, right? So in all the tools, the basic concept or basic platform remains the same, ETL, right? So while transforming, we need to create some jobs in the ETL tool. Okay, just like functions or procedures in Oracle, we can create jobs in this ETL tool, and we need to make sure that the job is fine-tuned, the job is optimized, so that the time required to finish all the process will be minimum. That is optimum, right? So in that case, partitioning comes in handy. So partitioning means whatever data you are using for the extraction, whatever data you are using for the your let's say report generation, we need to partition that data based on the some columns. Let's say business data is there in the file, right? Which indicates that for which data that file is there. That records in the file present is for which business date. So we can say that business date is our key for partitioning. So that once we partition data on the basis of business date, it will be segregated daily, right? Every day we will have separate partition, so that while extracting it will take some lesser time than the without partitioning. So partitioning is very important thing, right, in ETL tool. So this is how, see, in nutshell, I have gone through very high level processing thing. Whatever we do in ETL, how we extract that, how we'll transform, and how we process that, load that data. Okay, so this is ETL tool in nutshell. As I said, Informatica and DataStage are widely used ETL tools available in the market. The DataStage is widely used in banking domains. So if you name some banks, they are using their DataStage to process the data. So currently I am also working in one banking domain. So whenever we receive the data, it may be of customers, let's say customers information. It may be about the loans that is taken by the customer. It may be about some investments of the customer. We receive some raw data, and then we have to fine tune or process the data and convert it into the desirable format that can be used as, let's say, some value added attributes. Okay, so that is what ETL does. It actually processes the data into value added attributes instead of raw data. That is information that if you have heard of that, converting data into information, right? So that is meaningful data is information. So that is the, in nutshell, the task of the ETL that we need to perform. Okay, now say can we go deep into this? I mean, or you want to know more about data warehousing? It's up to you actually. Or you want to know something different than this? See, don't take it as lecture of let's say your curriculum and all these things. Okay, I have done this many times, so I know very well how students are, or how students are expecting from the guest lectures. So don't take it as that you need to ask some only this topic related questions, or like if you want to know something about the company working, how it happens, or what is the, let's say, hierarchy, or how the operations are going on in the company organization, all these things, you can ask me anytime, any type of questions as well. I'll be happy to answer. So, and as I said, this is a webinar, so I cannot see all of you. So I don't know whether you are listening to me or not. Even I don't know where whether you are awake while attending this webinar or not. All of you are in college, or I mean joining from home.
Home, sir.
oops, then it is very difficult to understand whether you are really attentive to this session or not. That is why I'm requesting you. So if you have any questions regarding anything, organization working, or what organization expect from the freshers, and I mean anything that you want, you can shoot. Any question?
No, sir.
Nothing from anyone?
No.
Yes, anything? I don't know. I mean, whether you have understood whatever I have taken as far so far or not. But I just wanted to know what do you want to know about ETL in deep or data warehousing or something like that. Because it is vast subject. I mean, it is very difficult to complete entire things in 1 hour. Okay, so I just want to know what you want to know so that I can pick that up and share some light on it. Deepak sir, anything that you want me to cover? I mean, if
Even
students are not.
specific tools that are available under this ETL.
Okay, so as I said, right. So you want me to cover to one tool as an example and take something from that likewise?
Yeah. The environment of that particular tool.
Okay. So as of now, I'm working in data stage. Okay, that is one ETL tool again. Data stage. Okay. So if I go to details of data stage, it is IBM tool. Okay, specifically used for this ETL and widely used from by the banks. Okay, most of the banks are using the same tool, that is data stage. Let's say if you take the name of HSBC or Deutsche Bank or ING, whatever it is. So these banks are using the same tool, that is data stage, because it is, you can say, customized for banking mostly. Okay, it is not a case that it is not used for the any other domain, but for banking it is you can say tailor-made kind of thing. So in data stage, we I mean we have some jobs. Okay, there are some sequences, there are some jobs wherein we have some stages. We call it as stages. If you compare it with Oracle, it is like functions, or let's say procedures. So stages means these stages are meant for the specific purpose. For example, if I say Oracle ODBC stage, so as name suggests, this stage is used to extract data from the table. There is another stage called as let's say aggregator. So it is, as name suggests, again it is, the naming convention is very much similar that what that stage does. So there is aggregator stage, which is for aggregation functions. Then there is a join stage, which is again for joining the two tables or two files. Then there is lookup stage. Again, lookup, as name suggests, we can take one file as primary file and look up that data into secondary file and extract whatever columns you need from that file. So that is lookup stage. Then merge stage. Merge, again, as name suggests, it is to merge the data into one stream. That is, we can receive data from multiple sources, we can merge that into one source, one stream, and pass it to the next stage. So that is merge stage. Then have you, any one of you, heard of SCD, that is slowly changing dimension in data warehousing concept? Anyone know what is slowly changing dimensions? SCD?
Sir, you can explain that.
Okay, no worries. So SCD is there are some attributes in the table which are slowly changing, and as name suggests, which are not rapidly changes, which changes periodically, not always. I mean, today it is changed, then again in next week it is going to change. It does not happen, right? For example, if I take location column in employee table, okay, employee does not change his or her location periodically. Okay, it will change, let's say once in a year or once in 2 years, something like that. So this is changing slowly. So whenever there is a change in that particular dimension, we have to reflect that in our table. Okay, so there are three types actually: ACD type 1, ACD type 2, and ACD type 3. So now we as an organization need to decide what to do with the old data and new, let's say new value. I mean, there is one employee, ABC, okay, and his today's location is Pune, let's say. After some time, we receive a file which says that ABC's location is changed to Mumbai. Okay, so now it is up to us that we need to override the Pune by Mumbai, or we need to keep Pune as it is, also need Mumbai as well. That we this employee is now working from Mumbai, but his last location was Pune, right? Or and again, while preserving history, what is the duration? I mean, you want to store last two occurrences, three occurrences, one occurrence, or all the occurrences, right? So this we need to decide as an organization. Okay, so based on that, we have ACD types. So historical, we have to maintain the history based on this. Let's say based on our what you can say, our policy, you can say, whether you want to retain the original, then ACD type 0 is there. If you want to overwrite with this new one, you don't want to keep any history, then ACD type 1 will be there.
Just wait for 2 minutes. Sari joining due to some network issue. Uh,
Hello, can you hear me now?
yes, sir.
Sorry, there was some issue with connection. Okay, so I was saying that it is up to us. So what we want to do with the data, it is, let's say, if you want to maintain history, then we can type 2 is can be used for the maintaining the history. So in this, we will just simply update that column, and whenever we are looking for history maintenance, we need to create another column, let's say flag, or there are again various options available, but we can create a flag which says that yes or no. It means that true or false. So it means whenever there is let's say he is transferred from Pune to Mumbai. Pune is his last location, but current location is Mumbai. So Mumbai will have true as a flag, and Pune will have false as a flag. Or there is another option, we can create start date and end date, which is actually more a wise option, because with the help of which we can understand or came to know that from which date to which date he was there in that particular location. So simply here, if Pune is there, we can update his end date as with current date, because it is now invalid, and Mumbai will have start date as current date and end date as null, because whenever there is a null value in end date, it means that that is your current location, right? So we can easily understand that to know about the employee's current location, we can sort data on the basis of end date, or you can give the where clause end date equal to null. It means that that particular employee is currently based out of that location. So this is how SCD can be achieved. So we need to implement that in case of, let's say, in data stage as well. For that as well, we have another stage called as change capture stage. What change capture does is it will compare the incoming file, new file, with the existing data. See, file is coming every day. We need to process that file or store that file in our table. Whenever file comes, we need to check whether that particular column is changed from the last value or not. And for that, our source file will be, or the current data will be primary link, let's say, and the existing records of the table will be secondary link. So we are going to compare with that particular employee ID based on key column employee ID. We will match that with the existing tables. If it is matching, then we will see what is the location of that company, that employee in the existing table. We will see that it is Pune. Then we'll check what is the location in the file that we have received. Let's say it is Mumbai. So based on this, we come to know that now this location is changed for that employee. Then we have to update that record. So there are two tasks we have to perform. First task is the existing record will have end date as today date. Okay, and the second task is now we have to insert new record in the existing table. So all these operations, it can be done using change capture stage in data stage. So what change capture stage does? Same thing. It will compare the existing records with the new records. If it is matching, it will create a code based on this. Code means there are 4 codes: 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 means copy. It means that data is not changed. If that value is matching with the existing record, then it means that the location is not changed. So it will assign value 0 to that particular record. Okay, then 1 means insert. What does it mean? Insert means the new record which is there in the file is not present in the existing table. Okay, this is new record, because it may be the case that new employee has joined the organization, then it is new record one. So it will assign one value, code 1, to that particular row. Okay, and this 2 means delete. It means that in table we have one record, one employee, but that employee is not available in the incoming file. It means that that employee is no longer associated with the organization. So that is delete. And 4 means update. The one example that I have taken, in this case, it will be assigned value as 4. So update. And based on these 4 codes, we can decide what to do with existing that particular record. So in next, let's say in next our stage, now change capture stage does its job, and assign value 0, 1, 2, 3 to the entire file, every row, right? Now we have to, in our next stage, we have to segregate those records based on the code. So, and for that purpose, I can use transformer stage. So in data stage, transformer stage is most popular stage in all the stages, because in transformer stage we can do every operation, right from sorting, remove duplicates, aggregating, count, or convert null into some value, or validate the data. All these things can be done in the transformer stage. So here I will decide, or I will process every row at once. I mean, one row at a time. So I will check, and I can write a code just like we hello.
Ajay sir, your voice is not audible.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you are audible.
Yeah, okay. There is power cut at my house. So I was saying that transformer is very powerful tool. So I will decide or I will write a code just like C people, right? In C code, let's say we will write that if that code is equal to 0, then do nothing, right? I mean, so we don't do anything, just simply pass it as it is. If that value is 1, it means that it is new record, then I will execute the code like insert into table and this row, right? Then I can write if value or code is 2, it means that it is delete, then simply I can execute the query like delete from table where employee is so and so. So all these things can be done in transform stage as well. We can write down this code, though the coding language is different, but we can write in same fashion. Some keywords are different, and then we can guide that data to desired output. And in next stage, that will be again Oracle stage, because we need to perform those queries, right? Insert, update, delete, whatever it is. And then we can use that stage to actually perform that particular query. So transformer's job is segregate that data and pass it to the Oracle stage for further action. Let's say insert or delete or update. And for that, we can use the codes that are generated by the last stage, that is change capture stage. So this is a high level design of the job to achieve SCD type 2, right? So this is just one example I have taken. That is, I mean, the scenario taken SCD implementation. Similarly, we can do all kind of transformations, all kind of scenarios we can perform in data stage as well. Same is the case with Informatica as well. Informatica data stage, the platform or base remains same, only some naming conventions are different, and some, let's say, use UI and all these things are different. Otherwise, the base or the processing remains same. How we process the data, how we treat the data is remains same, whether it is data stage or Informatica or let's say ab initio, all these things. Only UI and some methodologies are different. Otherwise, it remains same. Got it? Any doubt in SCD type implementation? Anyone has any query, any doubt?
Sir, one of the student had a question.
Yeah,
He
please.
had pinged me.
Okay.
What is the role of the dimensional table under this ETL process?
Yeah. So you know what is dimensions and facts, right? All of you know, must be knowing this concept of data warehousing, right? So facts are there to, let's say, the meaningful or calculation purpose, and dimensions are there to hold down the information of the particular attributes, right? So dimensions and facts, this is the first step of the ETL tool. We need to decide which tables. See, as an architect, or let's say technology architect who is the actual owner, or let's say who is actual decides what underlying architecture will be there for that particular job or particular project, will first decide what are the facts and what are the dimensions for that particular project. In this case, let's say employee ID, employee name, then locations, all the dimensions. And if it is like salary, then if you can quantify, then it is fact. So fact tables are actually used to create a report or calculate let's say in this example, salary. So facts are used for that, and these facts are defined or depend on the dimensions tables. So first thing is we have to define what are the fact tables and what are the dimension tables in the our architecture, and based on that only we can use those dimension tables in our job as an reference tables. Okay, and fact tables can be used as a primary tables. So by joining dimension table, let's say 2 or 3 multiple tables, you can create a fact likewise in simple language, you can say. So for example, if you want to see what is the total sale of the particular month, okay, so we have to see that particular vehicle should be there in the vehicle detail table, let's say. Then that is mapped or linked with the another table, which is sales table. With sales table, we will have that vehicle number or vehicle ID. Then sale of that particular month is there. That is which says this is April or May 24. Then it will say that these many sales is there. So we need to join these two tables and then find out which vehicle sale is, or we can say what is the sale of every vehicle that is available with our organization. So in this scenario, you can use dimension tables and fact tables and join them together to find out the quantifiable data, or to create a report which is actually useful report. In between, we can create various let's say notes. We can create some notes, and then based on that we can create a report. So dimensions or facts are, you can say, the basic platform of the entire architecture. Will that help? Does it solve your query?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other student has any doubt?
Any doubt? Please feel free to ask. No question? What is the average salary of the employee in the organization? Something like that? What we can expect as a fresher from organization? How much salary we will get, like this? No question? Okay.
So if any student has any question, or if you want to know more about the ETL process, can please ask the question.
I think everyone has understood everything, right, Deepak sir?
Yes,
Very
sir.
bright students. Or nobody understand anything?
So as a host, I would like to thank Mr. Ajay Zadbuke, sir, for sparing his valuable time, and hope that next time this session we are going to conduct the practical at our
Yeah.
own campus rather
Right,
than
right. That will be helpful, because at least I will
online.
understand whether students are getting me or not, or whether they are attentive or they are sleeping. I don't know. So we can do it in person. That will be helpful, actually.
Yes, yes. And thanks, sir,
Thank you.
from the entire PCU group. I would thank on behalf of members, and hope that next time when we are going to call you, you will be there available in the campus, sir.
Yes, sure, sure, sure. I would love to.
So
Thank
with
you so
this note,
much.
thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, and all the best to all of you. Bye-bye.
Hello, sir. सर वो दवा का अभी तक स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ सर वो टेस्ट